What's the main organ of digestion? It's the pancreas. Most people think that all of their digestion happens in the stomach, but it is not true. Now, one of the great things about saturated fat, it does not need bile. It does not need pancreatic lipase because the breakdown began in the mouth. So people with liver, gallbladder problems, pancreatic problems, what's the best fat for them? Coconut, yeah, coconut. It's very easy to digest. Not realizing the danger. Many are sick through ignorance. So to conquer diabetes, these 4 things have to stop. Number 2, another important point in conquering diabetes is hydration. The hardest time to drink water is in the cold weather, is that right? Well, boil the kettle and make it hot water. Put a squeeze of lemon with it. You just got to find out some way to get it in. Because your pancreas needs water to make these hormones that control your blood glucose levels. In fact, if someone's blood glucose levels are going down and they take a glass of water, do you know that will cause a release, or the body to help release some of the glucose to bring it up a little bit?
The pancreas, it's one of those organs people don't think about much, yet it's critical to your health. From digesting food to regulating blood sugar, the pancreas works tirelessly to keep you alive and well. But what if the very foods you eat daily are quietly destroying this essential organ? Barbara O'Neill, a well-known expert in natural health, has helped many turn their health around with practical advice. Today, she's exposing the hidden dangers of common foods that harm your pancreas and sharing powerful alternatives to support its function. Let's start with refined sugars. Nearly everything in the grocery store has it, from breakfast cereals to salad dressings. Refined sugar is everywhere. The problem? When you consume refined sugar, it forces your pancreas to work overtime, releasing large amounts of insulin to balance your blood sugar levels. This constant demand puts extreme stress on your pancreas, which can lead to insulin resistance and eventually, type 2 diabetes.
And we're going to put refined sugar. And this is the pure crystallized acid that's extracted from the sugarcane plant. And there's a little book by William Duffy called Sugar Blues. Because what does sugar cause? The blues. In fact, in the book, he mentions a British endocrinologist called Dr. John Tintara. He's made the statement, scary statement, he said no one should go on psychiatric medication until they've had a glucose tolerance test first. And when you think about it, most people are educated from media. And the media that they are most educated from is basically the television. And they have the most beautiful models, and they have the most handsome models, and they're advertising the sugars, they're advertising the Coca-Colas, they're advertising candies and chocolate bars. And the message, the subliminal message coming through is, you will be this happy and look this good if you eat that. Isn't that true? And I know in Australia there are a lot of ads to cereals, and cereals have a lot of sugar in them. That's why the kids want them. So we've really got to get back to basics.
Barbara warns that sugar doesn't just put the pancreas under strain, it also fuels inflammation throughout the body, further damaging pancreatic cells. Instead, she recommends natural sweeteners like raw honey or monk fruit. They satisfy your sweet tooth without overwhelming the pancreas. Another deadly food for your pancreas is processed oils. Think of those bottles of vegetable oil, canola oil, and margarine that are often marketed as heart-healthy options. But here's the truth. These oils are highly refined, which makes them toxic to your pancreas.
The problem is, it contains canola oil. Now, canola oil has traditionally been high in a fatty acid called uracic acid. Uracic acid is toxic for humans. So they genetically modified the canola to reduce the uracic acid levels. Now it's got the FDA tick. I'm sorry, but you have to be cautious of that FDA tick. You've now got a genetically modified oil. It is a cheap oil. It's a very cheap plant to grow. And it does contain the omega-3s and 6s, but the oil is extracted with high heat, so they're destroyed. And they said our mum used to grind sunflower, because it's quite an oily seed, and she could squeeze the oil out of that. But probably about 100 years ago, man developed high-heat chemical equipment to be able to extract oil from the hard seeds. And so now you can get grapeseed oil, you can get the sunflower oil, you can get the oils from these seeds. But notice what I said, they use high heat and chemical equipment. So when you extract these hard seeds, the oil out of the hard seeds, with heat, what's happening to your double bonds? They're all being destroyed. So the oils you see on the supermarket shelf, maybe peanut oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, notice that they're all in clear bottles, plastic bottles. It's no use to put them in dark bottles because they're already totally destroyed. So don't touch those oils. The only oils that I use are the coconut oil and the olive oil.
Barbara explains that these oils are filled with unhealthy omega-6 fatty acids, which trigger inflammation and oxidative stress, harming the pancreas over time. So, what should you use instead? Barbara suggests opting for healthier fats like extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil, which provide anti-inflammatory benefits and won't overload your pancreas. And then there's alcohol. Now, a drink now and then might seem harmless, but alcohol is directly toxic to the pancreas. According to the World Health Organization, alcohol consumption has been linked to over 200 diseases and health conditions, including liver disease, heart disease, various cancers, and mental health issues like depression and anxiety. The World Health Organization emphasizes that there's no truly safe level of alcohol consumption. They note that even moderate drinking can exacerbate health risks, depending on factors like frequency.
So what's another one that leaches minerals out of the body is alcohol. Alcohol's a toxic poison. It was 15 years ago the Australian Health Department put out a statement. I haven't seen the statement since. It says there is no safe dose of alcohol. It's toxic poison. Children are being born today with fetal alcohol syndrome from parents that have even a couple of drinks a week. You see, alcohol directly affects the liver and also the brain, and leaching minerals.
Barbara points out that heavy drinking can lead to pancreatitis, which is inflammation of the pancreas and is both extremely painful and potentially deadly. Frequent alcohol consumption causes scarring and impairs the pancreas's ability to produce enzymes needed for digestion. If you want to protect your pancreas, Barbara suggests reducing or cutting out alcohol altogether. Instead, try kombucha or herbal teas that support digestion without harming your organs. Moving on to dairy, yes, even something as seemingly innocent as a glass of milk can spell trouble. Many people are sensitive to lactose, the sugar in milk, which can cause bloating, digestive discomfort, and even inflammation in the pancreas.
Why dairy? The book The China Study, Dr. Colin Campbell, he shows that children that have cow's milk in the first year of life, they can develop a 60% greater risk of developing type 1 diabetes. Why? Well, because we only have one stomach. And by the way, the only real milk that a human being can handle is feta or yogurt. That's actually what cows' 5 stomachs get it down to. But it's not that I'm saying eat feta and yogurt, because the state of the cows today is not good. It's not good. I weaned my children at about 2.5 from breast milk, and then I just put them on food, because by then they had teeth. So they don't need milk, because they're eating food. And isn't that what milk's for? Babies. I'm a 5th generation Australian Scottish descent. I can't handle that. Can't handle the milk. But you had to have it, because you know what they say? It builds bones. Is that true? Do you know the countries in this world with the highest incidence of osteoporosis are the highest dairy consumers?
Barbara shares that dairy sensitivity isn't rare and, when ignored, can result in chronic inflammation that stresses the pancreas. She recommends plant-based alternatives like almond milk or coconut yogurt, which are easier to digest and don't burden the pancreas. Let's talk about fried foods, a real pancreas nightmare. Fried foods, especially those cooked in trans fats or hydrogenated oils, are hard to digest, forcing the pancreas to work harder to break down fats. This strain can lead to inflammation, damage, and even pancreatitis over time. Barbara urges you to cut back on fried foods and opt for baked or steamed options instead, which are much easier on your pancreas. Try air frying or baking for that crispy texture without the harmful effects. Finally, let's not forget caffeine. A morning coffee or energy drink might give you a boost, but Barbara warns that caffeine overstimulates the pancreas and can lead to a crash in energy levels.
Abstain. There are some things that will block the release of those hormones. One is caffeine. Caffeine actually stops the release of those hormones for 5 hours. One lady said, does that mean I can drink the coffee in the morning? Well, you're still disrupting your neurotransmitters. Having alcohol at night, it drops the production of those hormones by 41%. And so those stimulants that get you going in the morning, they're actually depriving you of sleep at night, making it even harder to get up and go in the morning.
Caffeine increases insulin release, which, over time, can wear out the pancreas and affect blood sugar balance. Instead, she suggests switching to green tea or herbal infusions, which can offer a gentler energy boost without stressing your pancreas. Here are some simple recipes using ingredients Barbara O'Neill recommends for a healthy pancreas. These recipes incorporate fiber-rich foods, healthy fats, natural sweeteners, and plenty of hydration to reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and support pancreatic function. Start with a green berry smoothie, ideal for a nutritious breakfast or snack. This fiber-packed blend is low in sugar, which helps to ease the pancreas's workload. To make it, combine 1 cup of fresh spinach, 1/2 cup of frozen berries like blueberries and strawberries, 1/2 an avocado, and 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk in a blender. Blend until smooth, and you have a refreshing, nutrient-rich smoothie that's easy on the pancreas.
Some people doesn't want any of that. They said, I haven't got time for that in the morning. So what would be a very quick breakfast, a very common breakfast today? It's not a breakfast that I actually desire, but a lot of people are happy with it. Smoothies. So what can we put in the smoothie? Well, I think we'll go with the diabetic because we're looking at low sugars. So we start off with 1 cup of fluid. What could that 1 cup of fluid be? Soy milk, yeah? Any other? Or? Almond, could be almond milk. Now what makes a very nice basis is the coconut water, because that's slightly sweet. I don't really buy it or use it, but I know people that do have told me the same thing, so you try different ones. Yeah, berries. Do you know what can make it creamy too and doesn't really change the taste too much is avocado. And when we put the avocado in, we're putting a few more minerals in. We're putting a very nice fat in, some nuts, seeds. What makes it very nice is the chia. The chia gives it a bit of thickness, or the ground flax.
For a versatile, anti-inflammatory dressing, try this avocado and olive oil dressing, which swaps out processed oils for healthy fats that support the pancreas. In a blender, combine 1 ripe avocado, 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, the juice of half a lemon, a pinch of salt, and 1 clove of garlic. Blend until smooth, then drizzle over salads or steamed vegetables for a boost of healthy fats, without any added strain on the pancreas. When it comes to sweet treats, Barbara O'Neill suggests avoiding refined sugars that spike insulin levels, opting instead for natural sweeteners. A great option is chia seed pudding, a low-glycemic dessert that supports stable blood sugar. To prepare, mix 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk with 1 tablespoon of raw honey and 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. Stir well and refrigerate overnight. Top with fresh berries in the morning for a satisfying, pancreas-friendly dessert. To promote digestion and enzyme production, Barbara recommends starting the day with lemon detox water. Simply squeeze half a lemon into a glass of warm water and drink it in the morning. This helps alkalize the body, easing digestion and supporting the pancreas.
Lemon is one of the best tonics for the liver. So having a warm lemon water in the morning is a nice little tonic, has a nice tonic effect on the liver. Also, lemon alkalizes the tissues, so it's a nice drink to have in the morning to help the tissues alkalize. Personally, I prefer to use lemon. We serve some very nice dressings at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, also at the retreats here in the US, and we always use lemon. Lemon gives a lovely flavour. Lemon is a tonic to the liver. The lemon is an internal alkalizer. But not only that, the lemon is acid where it should be, which is in your stomach. So the lemon is also a digestive aid. But when it breaks down in the gastrointestinal tract and the minerals are released, those minerals are alkaline minerals, so it alkalizes the tissues. The alkaline minerals are sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and iron. So the humble lemon is acid where it should be and alkaline where it should be.
Another gentle option is an apple cider vinegar tonic. Mix 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with a glass of water and drink slowly before meals to stimulate digestive enzymes. Hydration is also crucial for pancreatic health, so staying hydrated with water and herbal teas throughout the day is essential.
whereas dandelion, lion is the king of the jungle, and I think dandelion is the king of the herbs in the garden, because dandelion is a bitter herb. If you were to bite it and eat it, it's very, very bitter. And you've heard the old saying, sweet to the mouth, bitter to the stomach. Sweet to the mouth, bitter to the stomach. Think of that with sugar. Sugar is sweet to the mouth but very bitter to the stomach. Whereas your bitter herbs like dandelion, they're bitter to the mouth but very sweet to the stomach, because it's the bitter herbs that stimulate the liver to release its digestive enzymes, and also the bitterness causes the stomach to release its digestive enzymes too. Dandelion is the liver herb. The other way you can have dandelion is you can use the root. Now, what you can also do, you can buy the dandelion root that's been roasted. So that's like a dandelion coffee. And you can buy a delicious drink in the health food shop, and we sell it at Misty, called chai dandelion. A lot of people don't like herb teas because they say they're tasteless and bland. Not chai dandelion. Chai dandelion is a delicious drink. Buy the dandelion root roasted and have that as a hot drink.
Barbara suggests chamomile tea or dandelion root tea, which both hydrate and support digestion. Finally, for a balanced, nutrient-dense snack that stabilizes blood sugar, try almond butter apple slices. Top apple wedges, with a spoonful of almond butter, and a sprinkle of chia seeds for a combination of fiber, protein, and healthy fats that help prevent blood sugar spikes. These simple recipes align with Barbara O'Neill's holistic approach, helping to reduce inflammation, promote stable blood sugar, and provide essential nutrients to nourish the pancreas naturally.